Thursday, 30th of July, he made it. One of thousands of people who surged across the border from Morocco to the Spanish enclave of Ceuta on the North African coast. Some swam for up to 5 kilometers to reach their destination. Many floated around the breakwater on rubber rings, while others breached a border fence. Within 48 hours, some 60,000 migrants had arrived in the Spanish city.
J'ai venu de Casablanca ce matin, aujourd'hui, pour, comme tous les jeunes, pour trouver une opportunité, trouver un futur, un bon futur pour moi.
جينا حيت كاين شي بديل أحسن من أوروبا. هادشي اللي كاين. وما كاينش العمل بزاف في المغرب.
The sudden migrant surge was equivalent to 70% of Ceuta's population of around 85,000 people. Within those 2 days, the city received more than 23 times the number of irregular migrants it had recorded in the whole of the first half of this year. The massive influx overwhelmed local authorities, triggered a humanitarian emergency, and threatened relations between Morocco, Spain, and the European Union.
Ceuta es una ciudad española. Y lo sucedido en el día de ayer merece todo nuestro reproche, toda nuestra condena en el nivel más enérgico posible.
By Friday, Spain started sending the migrants back to Morocco by the thousands. Italy suspended the Schengen passport-free movement arrangement with Spain, and Denmark and Finland voiced support for Rome. Here in France, while on one hand President Emmanuel Macron offered Spain assistance through the EU's border agency Frontex, he also ordered a tightening up of security along France's southern border with Spain. Madrid saw much of Europe's response as a perceived lack of support from fellow EU member states, so it summoned Italy's ambassador to lodge a protest and pointed out that Italy and Greece have received more irregular migrants than Spain. The EU tried to contain the fallout. It convened meetings with ambassadors and the bloc's interior ministers to coordinate the EU response, assess the crisis, and discuss ways to prevent another mass crossing. But how did this tiny Spanish enclave on the Moroccan coast become the epicenter of such an unprecedented migrant influx? Ceuta sits off this northern tip of Morocco, separated from mainland Spain by the Strait of Gibraltar. Morocco has long claimed it as its own, but Spain has had sovereignty for more than 300 years. As a Spanish territory on the African continent, Ceuta occupies a strategic position. It's just 15 kilometers away from mainland Spain, making this a key gateway for migrants hoping to get into Europe. Most of the arrivals in this surge came from Morocco, with smaller numbers from sub-Saharan Africa. Many have fled economic hardship and conflict, but the situation was also reportedly fueled by people smuggling networks and a wave of viral online misinformation. False posts claimed Spain was encouraging migrants to come, while others misrepresented a recent Spanish Supreme Court ruling on sea arrivals, leading many to believe they would be allowed to stay.
They call it perfect storm. That it could be social media, it could be wrong interpretation of Spanish court ruling, it could be national holiday in Morocco. So it's not easy to assess it. It's not easy to be precise. So we are waiting for the investigation of other institutions. But it shouldn't have happened. This is our assessment.
By now, most of the migrants who arrived at the end of July have either been sent back or have returned voluntarily. But the crisis has shown how quickly migration pressures, misinformation, and politics can converge on Europe's doorstep, potentially reshaping how the EU manages its borders. For CNA, I'm Cullen in Paris.